Hello, and welcome to Ventura Adult and Continuing Education's 2023 graduation ceremony. I'm Carolyn Vane Walker. I'm the Director Principal here at VACE, and it's my pleasure to serve as your host for our graduation ceremony today. Please rise, if you're able, to join me in reciting the Pledge of the United States. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. You may be seated. Thank you. So I'd like to begin our ceremony by extending my congratulations to the class here of 2023. So congratulations, graduates, you made it, you're here. Today is an epic day in your life, and we're honored to celebrate it with you. We're proud of any part that we played in helping you to make your many accomplishments come true and to be here tonight for this celebration. Graduates, you've all worked really hard. It's your special day because you found the strength and the courage to pursue your high school diploma or your high school equivalency. You bravely approached every hurdle. You completed every assignment. You kept coming back to class. It's a huge thing. Regardless of the many obstacles that may have been in your way, you never gave up. So congratulations. So just as your decision to pursue a high school diploma or an equivalency was one of those defining moments in your life, so is your graduation day today. You know that it's no small thing for you to get a high school diploma or to get an equivalency. The diplomas aren't just mere pieces of paper. They are essential documents that you're going to need to be able to make it in today's competitive world. They're keys to opening doors to you that may have seemed closed in the past. Your diploma is like a passport to being able to get training and to being able to get a better career. It's a golden ticket for you for a fulfilling life. So congratulations to each of you and to your family and your friends who've supported all of your efforts. We're all here to celebrate the class of 2023. And graduates, we admire your strength, your abilities, your talents, and your accomplishments. You've proven that whether you're 18 or 80, it's never too late to follow your dreams. You're an inspiration to all students, especially those for whom success doesn't always come easily. We wish you the best as you continue to grow and learn, and we hope that you'll build upon your accomplishments that we're celebrating tonight. Friends, family, graduates, staff, and guests, we're honored to have you here with us this evening as we celebrate a very memorable year. It was filled with many challenges, countless victories, and endless opportunities for growth. The class of 2023 will always be admired and remembered for far more than the unprecedented times in which they graduated. This group of students represents an amazing sense of resiliency, demonstrated by their ability to persevere in the face of very uncertain times, accomplish their goals, and celebrate their successes with creativity and imagination, as you can see. Graduates, your journey to this day is a very personal one. It's a journey that required a great deal of commitment. Many of you had to dig really deep to balance your work schedules, your family, your children, and other responsibilities when you were pursuing this goal. And we know that that is never easy. It's a difficult thing to do, but you've done it. Some of you depended upon the kindness of your family and your friends, members of groups to help you get through this process. Others realized for the very first time that you can now help your children with their homework. And that is a huge accomplishment to be able to do that. We all know that. At this time, I'd like to thank all of those people who are dear to you for contributing to your success. So please honor them with a round of applause. With us this evening, we have many wonderful distinguished guests. It's my pleasure to introduce the President of Ventura Unified School District Board of Education, Ms. Sabrina Rodriguez. Also with us this evening, our Vice President, Dr. Jerry Dannenberg, and Trustee, Ms. Amy Callahan. On behalf of the staff and students attending VASE, I'd like to thank our school board members for their steadfast commitment to lifelong learning and for always being there for us, always supporting our programs. I'd also like to thank another staunch supporter of VASE, our very own superintendent, Dr. Antonio Castro. Also with us this evening, our Assistant Superintendent of Ed Services, Dr. Greg Bayless. Assistant Superintendent of Business Services, Mr. Asan Mirza. Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, Ms. Gina Wolowitz. And Director of Classified Human Resources, Ms. Andrea Crouch. I'd like to put out a special thank you to VUSD's Communication Coordinator, Marianne Kuros, and to Mike Askey for their help, and the many directors and district members who are here helping us through our graduation. It's also my pleasure to introduce Ms. Blanca Figueroa, representing the office of Congressman Salud Carbajal. Mr. Atticus Ford Reyes, who is the field representative for the office of Assemblymember Steve Bennett. Ms. Viviana Morales, district representative from the office of Senator Monique Limon. And our Ventura City Council members, Mr. Mike Johnson and Mr. Jim Duran. Thank you for attending our events and for providing the beautiful certificates that each of our graduates will receive at the end of the evening. There are also many staff members who've made this day possible. I'd like to thank my incredible assistant principal, Jean Ellis, for all the countless hours that she's put into supporting our students and staff throughout the year. I'd also like to thank my other wonderful assistant principal, Sean Bell, and Mr. Jeffrey Alba, who had a big part to play in this graduation for his numerous contributions. In truth, there's two main reasons why we're here today. We want to honor our awesome students and the incredible teachers, paraprofessionals, counselors, and classified staff who contributed to their success. And so, it is with great pleasure that I introduce our outstanding teaching staff. Jeffrey Alba, Jocelyn Brown, Monica Burkowski, Mary Carlson, Monique Cornett, Christine Dorso, Brenda Hager, Abraham Mesa, Elizabeth Rosbacher, Maria Arubi, Carla Valdez, and Christine Wilson. This small, passionate group of educators is making an enormous difference in the lives of our students every single day, and we know how much you folks love them. I would also like to acknowledge our fabulous classified staff as well. Kendall Griffin, Valerie Guyona, Letitia Murillo, Summer Nicole, Myra Nunley, Javier Perez, Vicki Stifler, Galena Turchin, Kathy Walker, and our amazing school support secretary, Lisa Chapman. We're honored to have you with us celebrating this evening. Lastly, I'd like to recognize VASE's TDC Studios production crew under the leadership of Rich Segrist and Tim Oglesby. These folks are providing our sound and our recording and live streaming the services, so let's give it up for them as well. And now I'd like to invite Ms. Jean Ellis, Assistant Principal of VASE's High School Diploma and Equivalency, to the podium to introduce our commencement speakers.
Thank you, Carolyn. Congratulations, graduates. You did it. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for being here, for showing up. Thank you to our amazing district leaders, our teachers, supporting staff, and thank you, family and friends. I appreciate that all of you stood behind your graduates and helped them and supported them and got them to that finish line. It's impressive what a big impact you make on all of us. Thank you. No matter what happens, we should always be good, kind, and authentic, because it's the right thing to do. I'm honored to be here and applaud all of you and your accomplishments, graduates. Thank you for sharing your lives with me. We have two wonderful speakers today who will graciously share their stories. First is Vanessa Steiger from our high school diploma program. Vanessa's life has had many curves, twists. Vanessa, would you join me, please? Any way you like. She's had many twists and turns along the road, so let's hear what it's meant for her. Welcome, Vanessa Steiger.
Thanks.
You have a card?
I do.
Yes. You're going to be great. All these people are here for you.
I know. Bear with me. I'm nervous. Okay. Hello and good evening. I'd like to start by thanking all of you for joining us and taking part in our special day. On behalf of my graduating class, I'd like to give thanks to the staff here at VACE, and from myself, a special thanks to my teacher, Miss Wilson. I don't know if I ever believed I would be graduating with my high school diploma, let alone delivering a speech on graduation day. That being said, when I was asked to give a graduation speech, I was not only surprised, but I was honored. I asked Miss Wilson what I should say to all of you today. She told me I should share my story because it's a great one. So here it is. My name is Vanessa Steiger. I'm 29 years old, a mother of 5 beautiful, healthy children, a recovering drug addict, and as of today, a high school graduate. I told you. Sorry about that. Hold on. I first came to VACE 10 years ago in hopes of finishing my GED or getting my high school diploma. No matter how many times I returned, I never finished. It wasn't because I didn't want to, or it was boring, or even too hard. I was so deep in my addiction, I lost myself, my kids, and a lot of my family. With the exception of my mother, she never gave up on me. She knew I would eventually find myself and be the strong woman she always saw in me. Besides, I couldn't have asked for a better role model. It wasn't until she got sick with cancer and I got pregnant with my youngest daughter that I realized it was time for a change. I put myself through a drug and alcohol program again, but this time I stayed and I completed it. So now I can proudly stand here and say that I got myself clean and I've been in recovery for almost 2 years. I have partial custody of my kids, I've made my family proud, and I'm finally finding myself. I want to be a role model for my kids. I want them to understand the importance of graduating from high school and to see that if their mom can do it, so can they. So in March, I enrolled back into VACE for what felt like the 10th time with 49 credits left to graduate. I recall sitting in orientation, asking Jeffrey if it was possible to finish my program and graduate by June. He responded with, "It's doable." I realize now it was only doable because I wanted it. I made it possible by showing up and doing the work. Every day I showed up determined to finish, and again, I stayed this time and completed it. I not only finished by June as I promised myself I would, I also got a scholarship to attend VASE's Career Technical Education Program, where I'll study accounting and business management. Had anyone told me 2 years ago that today I would be a high school graduate, attending a career technical program, and have my kids back in my life, I would have told them they are crazy. I never believed I was capable of any of this, but I am, and I did all of it. There are no words to describe how it feels knowing that when I put my mind to something and set a goal, it's just not doable, it's possible. I just have to put forth the work. These are all huge leaps in the right direction, and I know this is only the beginning for me. I'd like to thank some people who have encouraged me and never given up on me. First and foremost, my mom, Sarah, and my stepdad, Perry. I don't know where I would be without you. Also, my social worker, Monica, my aunt, Wendy, and all of my brothers and my cousins. You have all pushed me to do my best, and I am forever grateful for each and one of you. To my cousin Alfred and the rest of my fellow graduates, let's celebrate this day. We did it. We are high school graduates. Congratulations, class of 2023. Which way do I walk? Behind me?
This is yours. This came off.
Oh, yay.
Okay. And these are for you. That was wonderful. Thank you, Vanessa. Our next speaker is Maria Merced Isaac de Sanchez. Maria, will you join me? Maria comes to us from the high school equivalency program. She took her HiSET exams here at VASE's HiSET Testing Center. Maria's worked really hard. She studied. She tested in both English and in Spanish. She's had family support. By the way, where's Lupita? Woo! Thank you, Lupita, for your support. Let's let Maria tell us all about her journey. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome, everyone. My name is Maria Isaac. I am 47 years old, married 28 years, and have 3 children. It is an honor to be standing before you. I want to start by thanking God, my family, Miss Brown, Miss Carslin, and especially my sister Lupita. She is the one that encouraged me to get my high school equivalency. I would like to share my story with you. I grew up in Tijuana. I am the 3rd oldest of 8 siblings. My father was 90% absent because he was working as a farm worker in the USA. My mom was working also as a maid all day. When you come from a very poor and large family, all their siblings have to take on the responsibility of reading and taking care of the little ones. So I didn't have a childhood because I had no choice but to take care of the household. I always loved school, but I only studied up to middle school, which I had to give up because my parents didn't have enough money to support my education. And I had to become the mother of my younger siblings. I got married when I was 19 years old with the mentality of many Latinas women. Get married and live happily ever after. In 1995, I had my oldest son in Mexico, and we decided to come to the United States for a better life. When my second son was born, I was 27 years old and decided to go back to school. I was studying for my high school equivalency and thought for sure I'll finish it this time. Unfortunately, the unexpected happened. My youngest son got lost from the babysitter. It was a terrible nightmare. Thank God we found him later that day. But that experience traumatized me so much that I felt the best thing to do was to quit school immediately. I put my dream to finish school on hold. So I decided to stay home and raise my children and 2 nieces as my own. I became the babysitter of the entire family. I never thought of going back to school again because I thought my time had passed. I lost the opportunity to study a career. When my kids started full-time day school, I started working as a house cleaner. It is a really hard work and took a toll on my back. A few years later, the pain was unbearable, leaving me almost paralyzed. I couldn't even stand to grab a cup of water. In November of 2021, I had a back surgery, and shortly after that, I resumed my job as a house cleaner with pain at all. Thank God I'm better now. A year later, my sister Lupita called. She told me, Mercedes, why are you still working as a house cleaner? Why don't you go back to school and get a short career? I thought she was crazy. How? I don't even know how to use a computer. I could get mad and ignore her. She kept calling me to insist, and I hated it. Sometimes I wouldn't even answer her call because I knew she would tell me the same thing. But in January of this year, she insisted. Lupita said, why don't you just try? You are very intelligent. I was really mad, but called Ventura College, hoping they didn't answer. But guess what? They did. The secretary was polite and gave me the number of base. I called right away because my sister was waiting for an answer. Lisa answered my call. She was very kind, polite, and informative. I went to the orientation and saw the light of hope again. In January, with the support of my husband, children, I started my classes. They even bought me a laptop. I went to school 2 or 3 times a week, studying at home on Wednesdays and Saturdays for 6 hours or more after a long day of work. If I didn't understand a concept, I would ask Miss Brown, watch videos on YouTube, or simply just cry. I wanted to quit, but my desire to finish was bigger. One day, I shared the news with my brother and sister that I was so happy and excited to go back to school. They laughed at me and said, why? You are almost retired, you are 47. I felt so bad and ridiculous, cried, and once again, I had the urge to quit. But my desire to finish was bigger. In the past 4 months, I haven't watched a movie or deep cleaned my house, and believe me, it was hard because I'm a clean freak. If my dog wanted to play outside, I took my laptop outside and kept studying. Again, my desire to finish was bigger. Every time I was gonna do a test, I called my parents, Mamita, Papito, please start praying for me. I took the high-set tests, 4 in Spanish and 1 in English. My last test was math, and all I could think about it was equation and numbers. It took me 4 months and a half of hard dedication to get my high school equivalence diploma. I took paraeducator and computer classes at base also. I even inspired my sister, the one who laughed about me, to get her diploma, and now she's enrolled in school. Today, Thank you. Today, I am graduating the same year as my youngest daughter from high school. I didn't think it was possible, and against many obstacles, I'm here because my desire to finish was bigger. I'm here to tell you that it's never too late to pursue your dreams. When you feel like quitting, your desire to finish should be bigger. Fill your life with people like Lupita, my husband, and my parents. Me tomó 4 meses y medio para obtener mi diploma. con mucha dedicación y sacrificando mi tiempo, pero te digo que vale la pena. Cuando tengas el deseo de abandonar tus estudios, acuérdate que tu deseo de sobresalir y terminar tiene que ser más fuerte. Nunca es tarde. Rodéate de personas que te apoyen y te quieran mucho. Gracias, papito, mamita y mi esposo y familia. Thank you, Vase. My next step is to start a job training to find a new career, maybe at Vase. Thank you to all who support me and inspire me to achieve my goals. Congratulations, class of 2023. Thank you.
Amazing story when you have the desire to complete it. And maybe you know somebody who doesn't have a high school diploma or wants to get their high school equivalency. We have classes. Just call us. We're happy to help. We want to share in that joy. Thank you to both of our wonderful speakers for sharing their personal stories with us and giving us the insight of what brought them here to this wonderful graduation today. Next up, we have VASE Special Recognition Awards and Scholarships. So I'd like to bring up my teachers. And Miss Valdez, will you start, please? While she's coming up, the other teachers are also going to join me on the stage, and maybe they can kind of make their way over. You can. I don't know if that's hooked up, is it?
Hello, class of 2023. I am so happy to see each and every one of you here today. Each student that is graduating with us here today has dedicated themselves to reaching their goals. They made a commitment, and not to Jeffrey at orientation, not to Miss Wilson and I during their setting their schedule, but they made a commitment to themselves that each day they would show up and give it their best, taking it day by day. That consistency is exemplified by Miss Calissa Ashley Munguis. Will you please join me on stage? Miss Calissa was determined to complete her high school diploma, and without fail would come to class each day ready to complete another assignment. Her kindness, her patience, and determination are qualities that will help her succeed in all of her future goals. Congratulations, Calissa. This is for you.
Go this way, Calissa. Congratulations, Calissa. Next up, we have Miss Cornett.
Hello, everybody. I just want to say that I have one student that I want to honor tonight. This woman has so much tenacity and perseverance and never gave up in reaching her dream of getting her high school equivalency. So, Maria Olivas, if you would come up, please, this is for you. No, thank you.
Congratulations, Maria. Next, we have our co-teachers, Miss Jocelyn Brown and Ms. Mary Carlson. They teach high school equivalency during the day. It is a lot of wind. Okay. Hold on to your hats.
So Ms. Cornett stole my words. The first thing I think of when I think of the class of 2023 is the words I come up with are perseverance and tenacity. it's hard enough to go through school the first time when most of your job is just to be there every day. But when you're an adult, showing up every day, making that fit into all the other responsibilities that you have to juggle, that you have to balance, that you have to fit in, takes a special kind of character. You guys should be so proud of yourselves, and I know we all are. This first award for high school equivalency goes to someone who shows that tenacity and perseverance. This student first started with me 6 years ago, and as often happens for adults, life interfered. She came back in the middle of COVID, when school was remote, when everything was online, and started all over again. And then came back again when COVID was over. And tonight, she is here graduating with all of you, and I am so proud of her. Not only that, but in not too long, she's going to be graduating from Ventura College as well. And I just wanted to say congratulations to all of you, but especially to this award recipient. This is for Kaylin Thorne.
This student is someone who never gives up. Despite hardships, challenges, and discouragement, this student persevered. In less than one school year, this student managed to complete a high school equivalency diploma, doing so in 2 languages, and also took career and skills training courses at VACE. In addition to working and raising a family, this student found time every day to study and work towards her goal, encouraging others along the way. I'm happy and honored to give this award to Maria Isaac de Sanchez.
Isn't it wonderful to honor our students, our graduates? And now, last, certainly not least, my good friend, Christine Wilson.
I first want to say that we as staff are privileged to have you in our class. We start every year over, and every year we are in awe by June. It is our privilege to serve you. It is our privilege to know you. It is our privilege to help you, and we thank you for that. I would say to my students, because I had an unusual year of challenges, that my students showed me an incredible amount of grace for days that were hard for me, and I thank you for that. One of the things that I thought about when I thought about Alfred Chalinar, come on, my brother. There is an understanding that water is very, very hot at 211 degrees. It can burn you, it can ruin your life. But at 212 degrees, it creates steam. And steam has the power to motivate and drive a locomotion. I've known Alfred for a little bit of time.
A little bit.
You were almost shorter than me when we started this.
And he went from that 211 degrees this year and hit that 212. And at 212, he had that 1 degree difference, that 1 degree that believed in himself, that 1 degree that believed that showing up could happen, that 1 degree that some days he wasn't feeling the 100%, but he was going to come at least with 20. The 1 degree. And every day with that 212 degree, the steam happened and he was moving a locomotion all the way to the end. But not only did Alfred do that in my class, that 1 degree, which we all need, that 1 degree, was the smile that came by my desk to say, hi, how you doing today? It was that 1 degree that did not forget to let me know where he was at and what he was doing and communicate. The 1 degree of believing in himself, that he is worth this and more. Because Alfred Challoner, he is worth this and more.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wilson. I appreciate it. You really mean a lot to me. You made it easy for me.
Oh, I heard you say that yesterday. Okay. Okay, so I guess you're supposed to make sure I give you the right one. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wilson.
This particular student is not mine, it's Mr. Mesa's. But this is what I will say about Jose Arabina. Did I say that right, Jose? Arabaran? Come up. Thank you for correcting me. I didn't have him, I had him for a brief second, so I don't know his story. I didn't share his story, but let me tell you what I do know. Oftentimes in our life, it's not what people know about us, it is what they observe about who we are from afar. And that is actually a testimony beyond. And this is what I observed about Jose. I was packing my desk up. I was getting my day done. I was going to go home. We're not going to talk about it, I was going to go home and take my shoes off, and this gentleman was just starting second round in school. And he was walking in after a days of work and family and situations, and he was coming in and putting his head down and focused on the goal. I was packing up and going home and getting to rest, and he was just doing round 2. To get a dream for his family, to have a dream for his family and for himself. And everyone who said, who's going to be Mesa's award, this name came up. This was the name everybody said. Because you are a man of integrity. You are a man who lives your truth. You are a man who gives the utmost to those around you. Never doubt how powerful that is. Thank you. I'm sorry that we
Okay. Congratulations, Jose. And last up, we have Jeffrey Alba, who's going to share some very special awards with us. And then we're going to get on to the part that you guys are waiting for, you know.
Always interesting following Miss Wilson. It's not an easy act. So, first of all, let me take my sunglasses off, because when I have you guys in orientation, I say, don't wear your sunglasses in the place, right? Because it's not the Matrix. And it's not. It's not the Matrix. This is your life, right? It's the real deal. And people come in, some studies on this, not a lot of studies on adult education, but there are studies on patterns of persistence, something we're always trying to improve. And there are 3 sorts of attendance that people come in and do. One of them is the person who has just a bit to do, And they come in and like a hammer, they hammer it flat. Done. And one of these people is getting an award today because they came in and gave it their all and hammered it flat. The middle position is somebody who has a lot of credits and comes in and keeps at it. And they go for the grind, and they grind it out until they've got it done. And that's a good thing too. Both of those are really good. And then there are the people, perhaps some of the people in the audience, I know some of them have been, who come back again and again and again. They come for a little while and then life interferes and then they have to drop out. They disappear for a couple months and then they come back and they get some more credits done, make a little more progress towards their high school equivalency, then they disappear for a while. And a lot of people might be annoyed with that, but for me, how I always come at that is they came back. They came back because they know it's important. They know it's something that they have to get done. And there is one of these, both of these students I had over in my office. Part of our program is to have students come over and walk through VASE and see what it's like to look at a career technical education program. And I show them around to a couple of programs. We talk about how financial aid works, yada, yada, yada. And one of these people came over and just got excited. She was telling me about how she was going to go to Ventura College. It didn't happen. What happened was that she got all excited about our accounting and business classes. And so, Vanessa Steiger, would you please come up? Ventura Adult and Continuing Education awards this 2023 Scholarship for Success to Vanessa Rose Steiger for Business Administration. We weren't sure whether it was going to be business or whether it was going to be accounting, so we kind of went in between with that. So here you go. And we'll all see you over there soon.
Yes, thank you.
She's already finished her assessment, so we're waiting for her to start.
Do I go back?
Yeah. My second person showed up. I don't think she had all that much to do, and she had just arrived back from out of the country. And she came in and she was looking at back and front medical office. She has some experience in it. I took her up to our classroom. All of our classrooms look like the real deal, like you're actually working in an office. And she became excited. And she and Margie, who is our back office medical teacher, just started in talking. And I was like, okay, I'll just stand here until you're done. She was so excited, and I'm happy to have her in. She will be doing an assessment hopefully soon. Angel Renee, would you please come up? And this 2023 Scholarship for Success to Angel Renee for a front and back office medical assistant. And here you go. Appreciate it. Thank you. We will see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeffrey, and congratulations to all of our students. Wow, we're looking forward to having you come over to the CTE part of the world at Adult Ed. Okay, at this time, it gives me great pleasure to begin the process of presenting the high school diploma recipients and high school equivalency completers. Dr. Castro and special guests, if you would please come to the front of our stage to honor our students. So if everyone can just come up front, all of our special guests, it's going to be a giant conga line.
Just tell us where you want us to be. Very flexible.
Okay. Okay, we're just about ready, folks. Look at all these people who are here celebrating for you. I mean, give them a hand. Okay, we ready? All right, students, please rise. All of you, rise. Okay, it's time for the moment that you've been waiting for. Here we go. Okay, right there. Okay, here we go. Celeste Arenas. Colton J. Bigham. Anthony Joseph Cara. Daisy Cervantes. Alfred Challenor. Jose Luis Contreras. Abraham Diaz. Martin J. Elizonde. Yesenia Escoto. Adolfo Antonio Hernandez Lemos. Samantha Ray Hickman. Jose H. Arabaran. Maria Merced Asic de Sanchez. Edgar Juarez Barajas. Luis Macias. Brandon Christopher Martinez. Dylan Spencer Maxwell. Erica Mendez. Angelina Esmeralda Moreno. Calissa Ashley Muniz. Maria Olivas. Joshua Daniel Ortega. Daisy Ramirez. Lily Sandra Reeve. Angel M. Renee. Carlos Fernando Rivas. Javier Reyes Rubio. Armand Sarkisian. Nikita Skrobov. Vanessa Rose Steiger. Carissa Angel Cardona Tapia. Jasmine Abigail Tapia Martinez. Kaylin J. Thorne. And Cassandra Laranya. A lot of handshakings and Lebanons today. That's the way we like it. Okay, class of 2023, you are living proof that you have what it takes. Whatever your goal, you can make it happen as long as you believe in your ability to achieve something greater for yourselves, your family, and your community. It's our hope that you seize the opportunity to be a force for good in the world. Find your purpose, be kind to others, demonstrate willingness to understand and to be understood, and above all, look forward to a future with hope. Graduates, please stand and face the audience. Superintendent Castro, President Rodriguez, and Board of Education, on behalf of the staff and as the Director Principal of Ventura Adult and Continuing Education, I certify that these students have successfully completed all of the state and district requirements for graduation. I am proud to present the class of 2023.
On behalf of the Board of Education, I accept Principal Van Walker's certification that these students have successfully completed all graduation requirements of the state of California and the Ventura Unified School District. It is therefore with great pride that I accept the graduating class of 2023. Before I turn it over to Board President Rodriguez, I would like to extend my personal congratulations to each of you. Your perseverance through the many challenges you have faced is evident to everyone around you. As Principal Van Walker stated, you are inspiring. Your stories, your passions, and your perseverance generate an energy that is tangible for all who were present. Congratulations to you all. I'm extremely proud of you and wish you the best in your future endeavors, as do everyone on this stage. I would like to share our appreciation for our base staff for generating an environment for lifelong learners where individuals can find and redefine themselves. Board President Rodriguez, I know you would like to say a few words and lead the graduates through a time-honored ceremony, the turning of the tassels.
Thank you, Dr. Castro. Graduates, I just want to say thank you for letting us be a part of this educational journey for you. We are so proud of you and all of the determination you've shown in getting here. It's such an honor to be here today representing our staff because what you do inspires us all year long. So thank you. And now, I get a chance to do that last little bit. So in a second, I'm going to ask you to do the turning of the tassels. Your tassel should be on the right-hand side of your cap. And in a moment, I'm going to ask you to move your tassel to the left-hand side, which will signify the end of your studies here with us in Ventura Unified and confer upon you a graduate of the class of 2023. Students, please turn your tassels. Congratulations, you are now official graduates of the class of 2023.
Okay, you guys, it's official. So ends our commencement here at Ventura Adult and Continuing Education, and you are now graduates, so go out and celebrate. Thank you to all of our friends, family, and for all of the folks here on stage for coming to celebrate with us. We sure appreciate it. Have a great weekend.